whatever you do, don't touch it.
Keep the sacrifice still.
Someone help me!
That is divine
I'll just chill where I am until you guys. What happened? I'm just chilling with Seeker Cassandra and Sister Nightingale. They won't stab me in the ribs. Never mind. I'm just waiting. Oh, oops. I am literally on a heel. No, I'm on like my Achilles heel. Alright, I'm gonna Alright. Let us go. Yeah. The giant hole in the sky is debris.
What's going on here?
This is like a memory rift.
That was your voice. Most holy
What
called
are you
out to
doing?
you,
Freaking cat.
but... What's going on here?
Run when you can! Want them!
Oh, Paul, did you hear what I said?
We have an
Or did I cut
intruder.
out before I finished saying it about the whole Corypheus thing?
Kill her. Now.
You were there!
Yeah, but people
Who
were talking
attacked?
about, they're like,
And the
why
divine,
can't people
is she-
speak their languages?
Was this vision
Why are
true?
they-
What
why
are we
is
seeing?
Corypheus
I don't
suddenly no
remember.
common?
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds into this place. This rift is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely. However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
I don't know. I'm petting the cat, so I can't really help there. Hello, Pride Demon. What's up, Mouse? How are you today? You know, Paul, this could be Mouse. It really could be. No.
We must strip its defenses.
Mouse
Wear it
just,
down.
like, disappears. He's just like, oh, you passed my test. Good for you.
The
By the
demon
way,
is
there's more
vulnerable.
testing coming.
Now!
Well, yeah, this is like 2 levels higher than me.
More coming through the rift!
Please don't come over here and attack me. Well, no, there's the... Ooh, I need to heal. Basically each person has a reason why they're here. If you're a civilian that's not a mage, you're here because your family's trying to figure out why the mage is all trying to went to the conclave here to see how it was gonna go, see if the mages go back to the circle or if they would get their freedom kind of thing. Same goes for the other races, really. The other classes. We're trying to figure out what's going on. And try to stop the war and stuff. Mouse, you can tell me that. Almost dead.
Now, seal the rift.
Ugh. Can't see. Staring at the whole time.
Do it.
That's right, Solus. You look concerned. This is your fault. No clue. I forgot I put purple in my eyes until just now.
Oh! I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
Yeah, it's like a blue outer layer and then a purple on the inside.
Is this another prison?
No. I mean, I don't think so.
Then where am I? Tell me.
I beg your forgiveness and your blessing. I am but a humble servant. You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand. It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
So a trial happens now, I suppose.
I don't know anything about that. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
just leave. Like, peace. Goodbye. You have fun. Because I'm done. You'd still be like, can I just leave, please? Good grief, that's so many people.
That's her.
Excuse me, pardon me.
That's the
Excuse me.
Herald of Aldraste.
I need to collect lore.
That's her. She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Well, I mean, I could literally go the way I'm going, sort of, and just be like, peace, our brothers. Because there's like a door to the right of me that you can just like leave out of.
Chancellor Roderick says that their chantry wants nothing to do with us.
I'm a rogue, yes. Means I can get the stuff down here. No. No, this is an area. This is an area you can only get stuff out of if you're a rogue. Everyone else can't grab this stuff. And it shucks. It's all free XP. Nothing in here, I don't remember. Nope. Okay. Oh, Ring of Life Drain. So they drain my life? I know. I think I need to sell. Oh, the outfits, yeah. I'll show you them in a second. They're gonna get changed when I go up here and talk to the guys. So I'm not gonna grab it yet. Ooh, thief. Again, wrong button. I just a thief blade. Ooh. Oh, I'd be a 4. Damn it. I look at all this XP while I can, I guess. Can I go into just, ooh, I can. Here.
That will help.
Thank you. Well, that's Josephine's area. You
Chain
can
her!
stuff to that.
I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that and leave us.
It gives you XP and like helps you deal greater damage.
You
to certain
walk
enemies.
a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Let me guess. You need my help.
You have done plenty. Your actions will be taken into account by the new Divine.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind the explosion at the Conclave. Someone Most Holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect?
You, and many others.
But not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a coincidence?
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest hour.
I am not a chosen one. I'm debating between what more do you want and I'm not a chosen one. I got down.
The breach is stable now. What more do you want from me?
We must try again.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
You know what this is, Chancellor. A writ from the Divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order, with or without your approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers. And now, no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must
needs
act
Chantry?
now, with you at our side.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
When I woke up, I certainly didn't picture this outcome.
Neither did we.
Help us fix this, before it's too late.
Jesus Christ. Oh, we're not gonna have the claimed. Just super delayed. Outfit as a rogue isn't that bad. The mage is a little weird though. If you ever see the mage price, the mage one is really weird. No. No.
No, my lady, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're her.
I just realized what the update did.
Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this
The
mess.
thing moves now, it's not
If you
just
find
stuck
what I
on
need
your legs.
to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in.
What did you mean when you mentioned
I'm skipping through this.
Here, take a look. Just take it over there. One of my boys will take them.
Farewell.
Make a go.
I know where a logging stand is, but it'll be forever and a day to go get it.
Yeah.
Fix the door just like you asked, Flitter.
The Divine, the Mages, the Templar.
I see.
Master Harriet said I should go back
Now
right
all
away.
Hi, Solus. Really? Well, I mean, at least you'll get like $50, I guess, in your paycheck. How much do you get paid? It's not that bad. It's decent. Well, it's minimum wage. It's better than what I was dealing with at Wendy's.
With the potions. We have so many injured.
We'll get them back on their feet, sister.
I think I'm gonna keep a bow on me at all times and have a few bow powers just offhand to use it if I need it. Like if we need a ranged, if I have like all warriors or something. I know, that's why I just talked about it. I've had better days.
It has been a rough few days.
That's an understatement. And more ahead if the weather is any indication. Name's Zidane. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and the like. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually...
Is there any...
We're fine. I only wish he died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here.
Farewell.
I actually don't mind the rogue outfit. I kind of like it. Oh, finally. I can put... Um, that looks like a machete. And just added it. Yeah, like I broke a pair of scissors, a giant pair of scissors, and we're just like, yeah. This is what I'll be doing today. This one? Or this? Shakrata. Well, these... Well, the 88's basically warriors. I like... Yeah, anybody can wear it, but it looks better on warriors. I like the Tom Sar, but... I think I'll just stick with this for a little bit.
The chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all.
Sarcasm?
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary.
So, what, is Bryce the Solus
I've
of this
journeyed
group?
deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost
That's
civilizations.
his name, Solus.
I've watched as hosts of
Bald
spirits
elf man.
clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death.
I wasn't talking
Both
about
attract
looks.
spirits.
Yeah.
They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our
Out of
worlds.
everyone, I think I'm like
When I dream in
Dorian or
such
something
places,
stupid.
I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion.
I think
Cassandra has been
Paul could
accommodated,
easily bleed Black
but you understand my caution.
Black Wall.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
This character's gonna end up being friends with Solus, and I didn't mean it that way. In case anybody else stumbles upon our little... I don't know who... is there a character like that? Sarah. He's Sarah. Oobleck, Ruby. Green-haired dude.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it.
No, it wouldn't be Sarah. I was thinking like craziness, but
the destruction of the
you know
conclave
Solus values knowledge over strength, right? Yeah, I was right.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything
I think
seen
you're
in
more
this
Sarah,
age.
because you're more like
I will not
little
believe
people
it destroyed
and
until I see the shattered fragments
pranking
with my
others
own eyes.
when they don't. Well, not pranking, but you know what you get what I mean. Like when they're idiots and you're just like gotta teach them something. Varric's more, yeah, Varric's more laid back. I agree.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case,
Who would I
did you need me
among
for
these
anything?
people? I know Bryce really can't help out because he doesn't know all the characters, but...
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically.
I'm gonna skip through
Small
these, Bryce,
tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil.
because I know what he's
or when
saying.
spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your
Unless
mark
you wanna
allows you
read
to
them.
exert some control over the breach.
I know, so it's like, that's why I
That
said,
means
unless
it was
you want to
created
read them.
deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore,
If you want to be friends with Solus, you just ask him a bunch of questions.
Without it, imagine if
He's
spirits
really
entered
happy
the
about
Fade.
just answering
The
things.
Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead,
Like,
spirits
I knew
are
I was
strange
right
and
about
fearful.
it, but you wouldn't
The
believe
Fade is
me,
a
and it took,
terrifying world touched only by mages and dreams.
took so much.
I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry
Well,
says
in
that
his
demons
concept
hate the
art, he
natural world
wasn't,
and seek
but they
to bring their
decided
chaos
to,
and destruction to the living.
because they were
But
having
such
trouble with the
simplistic
hair they
labels
decided
misconstrue
for
their
him.
motivations,
And
and
it's
in so
bullshit 'cause
doing,
I liked him with
do all a
dreads.
great disservice.
He had like a
Spirits
darker
wish to
skin
join the
tone and
living.
everything.
And a demon is that wish gone wrong.
I think he would have looked good with like a Fenris haircut, but a little longer. Yeah, the armor looks really nice.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation.
I don't know where the other one is, so you gotta
today.
deal with it. It does
The veil
121
creates a
damage.
barrier
It's
that makes true
staying.
understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
I know exactly what I'm gonna say to Varric.
What can I do?
I already know.
I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
Honestly, I think this character will respect him.
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know
I'm
more
just so
about
happy that the
I'm sorry.
tail moves and how when
So
it's
much
not
fear in
like
the air.
just stiff to your legs.
What would you know of me?
you. What made you start studying the Fade?
I'm going all through this
grew
for
up in a
you,
village to the
Bryce.
north.
You know
There was little to interest a young man,
this stuff.
especially one gifted with magic.
You better be reading
But
this, is
as I
all I'm
slept,
saying.
spirits
could
of the
be skipping
Fade showed
this.
me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined.
Good.
I treasured my dreams.
I can't make it go any slower, I'm
Being
sorry.
awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our
Paul,
imagination.
Dominic, I said hi.
To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
If you can hear me.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroy the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train to flick a dagger or an arrow to its target. The grace with which you move is a pleasing side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
I actually really like that line of his. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy.
You said you'd traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. The best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories.
See,
it would be interesting to
I
hear
would be
what
the
it was
person
really
that'd be friends with Souls, because I would sit down and listen to him talk about it.
In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villains
Well, that's the
sneering as he
thing. Me
lets
and
King
you were two
Kaelin
people.
fall.
I would actually
The
sit there and
next,
listen to him
I see an
talk,
army
and he'd be like,
overwhelmed,
now.
and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
And you can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have
going
missed.
to love Bull. Iron Bull.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
We can't wait
They
to
rarely
get him.
seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often
They'll beg
survive
him before you
exposure
leave.
to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye. Hello.
Alright.
We'll talk later.
It's really good to like exhaust dialogue with these characters.
All men of the world.
Oh, we got...
verses in the Chant of Light now, where the herald of the highest kings, telling what she did. Those who bring harm without provocation, for the least of his children, are hated and cursed by the Maker.
Alright, time to talk to Varric.
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
This is all bullshit.
None of this shit should have happened.
You don't know the half of it. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I'm still not sure I believe any of this is really happening.
If this is all just the Maker winding us up, I hope there's a damn good punchline coming. You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky... that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Why does it keep telling me to hold position? Hawk. Well, they were thinking it, well, they were trying to find him for that, but, well, her in my case. But they couldn't find them. Why can't I get rid of this whole position? It's really starting to make me angry. Oh, I didn't finish talking to Varric.
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
Where are the rest of Hawke's associates now?
Meryl decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came south to prey on the refugees. I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Hawke's brother Carver is still in the Free Marches, helping the Kirkwall Guard keep order. Aveline is still guard captain. I'm pretty sure Kirkwall would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
No, that's right. Carver is a Templar in this version of the world that I made.
Need something?
I read your tale of the champion.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
Hawk made him stay to help put out the fire he caused. But eventually he moved on. Nobody else wanted him in Kirkwall. I don't know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arishok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arishok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the wrecked dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Carry on.
I'm not asking that question because that gets you disapproval with him.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you.
My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the Deep Roads. We located an ancient Tig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
The red stuff is lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen. Red lyrium messes with your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. I've had a few alchemists studying it in Kirkwall, in shifts.
Why do you have red lyrium?
My brother kept a sliver when he sold it. I'm pretty sure he held on to it because it was already talking to him. That little shard drove him mad. After his death, I found it hidden in his house. We brought the shit to the surface, Bartrand and I. I wanted to find out if there was a way to shut it up. So far, it looks like the answer is no.
If red lyrium is as dangerous as you say, why'd you keep it?
I've heard that shit singing to me. I know better than anyone how bad it is. In Orzammar, miners keep regular, non-crazy raw lyrium in special lead-lined containers. Actually, it's a huge secret how they're constructed. Keeps surface folk from horning in on the lyrium trade.
So, Bryce, if I hadn't let him keep that shard in the previous playthrough, you wouldn't be getting this.
Nobody gets to study it up close for more than an hour, and they have to wait a week between shifts.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject. Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
I just really want to
run a spy network? Why is Leliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an
want
example.
to get
Mostly we invest
to
in
bowl
money
or
lenders.
something.
Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of
Alright,
that's my
I'm skipping.
brother's
Bryce,
doing.
if you want to know all this
Bartrand
stuff,
had
you can
business sense.
find the game, or someone else
Not
can
much
play it all
tact,
the way
but
through.
loads of business sense. I got her off a guy and despite whatever you've heard... Need something?
I've sat through these
You want
before,
to talk
so it's
about
one of those
me?
things, like... As much as I love Varric.
You built for them the Golden City, the center of all... And for a time you dwelled among them, watched over them.
If the Inquisition wants to field with decent cavalry, it needs better horses.
Ooh, scout coat arms. Now Bianca looks terrifying. Oh. I keep it.
Honestly, about as much as it does here.
Yeah, but it also gives me more attack and stuff, so I'm keeping it.
Thanks for checking, anyway. Can I help you with something?
Why do I telling me to stand there?
I think they'll close that huge hole in the sky.
Does it trouble you?
I wish I could get rid of it.
We have need
It was
of
a lot
it
more
yet.
forceful than I wanted it to
So
be.
you've
but...
mentioned.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
That's not what I thought that was gonna say.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor. You've met Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
It was only for a moment on the field. I'm pleased you survived.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Cassandra tells me you have a plan.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy arguing over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry. The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste.
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading...
Which we have not.
The point is, everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
I'm no herald of anything, particularly not Andraste.
I'm sure the Chantry would agree.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
I like the elf.
And to others, a
reaction
symbol of
that.
everything
Like,
that's gone wrong.
I'm Dalish.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know
Cullen?
it's a threat. They just don't
You've
think
been
we
in
can stop
every
it.
game so
The
far.
Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse. There is something you can do. A Chantry cleric
well,
by the name of
he's
Mother
got
Giselle
PTSD.
has asked to speak to you. She is not far and
In the
knows those
major
involved
in the
far
major
better than I.
versions.
Her assistance could be invaluable.
He kind of gets messed up.
Why would someone from the Chantry help a declared heretic?
I understand she's a reasonable sort. Perhaps she does not agree with her sisters.
Cullen pretty
You
much
will
gets
find Mother
tortured
Giselle
for like
tending to the wounded
days
in the
by a
hinterlands
blood
near
mage
Redcliffe.
and
Look
demons.
for other opportunities to expand the
He's a
Inquisition's
lot nicer in
influence
this
while
one.
you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
You keep tagging me in stuff I've seen. We're in the hinterlands. It's our first destination.
to work?
Let us begin.
Let's see what we have.
I don't remember what I have to do to get to... I need 4 power and... I don't remember... I have to go to Valvero Royal before I can get Bull. Cassandra disapproves. Cassandra could eat a dick.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
Game?
How is this a game? Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
Bad things happen?
Awful things happen every day. Get used to it.
Get used to being a pawn? To be discarded when the Maker's done with you? The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
No, we'll speak as soon as this guy gets finished running to you.
So it's true. Butler has stand on us. I hope my hunch was wrong.
You knew him well?
Not as well as I thought. Show me the reports. There were so many questions surrounding Farria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Farria, one of my best agents, and knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once.
Glad to see traitors are dealt with quickly.
We must do whatever it takes to protect our interests. I am pleased that you agree.
Opposing you seems foolish. Yeah, I'd be terrified of opposing Liliana too.
Of course I agree. Getting in your way apparently means I get killed.
As long as we both desire what is best for this organization, you are probably safe. We will make
Thanks
the
for the
Inquisition a
reassurance,
force to
Liliana.
fear. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
What did I tell you?
Thank you.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one God, one life.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead. Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
At least I got everyone's attention.
That you did. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause. Now it seems we face something far worse.
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and Mages. Now they argue over a new Divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot. Our followers would be part of that. There's so much we can... Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
You've given this a lot of thought.
I know what happens when order is lost, and action comes too late. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying. Was there something you needed? The Order believes the Chantry no longer... I may disagree with the Order's actions, but...
What do you think?
Who do you mean?
What do you think of our...
We have little in common. How she delights... But I enjoy working with her.
How do you...
The Inquisition would not... I may not always agree with her methods, but Cassandra may have declared the Inquisition publicly. But Liliana is just as responsible for its...
Are you sat...
Our numbers are small. Some Templars have joined us instead of following the Order.
I should let you...
Ugh.
Should I flirt with her or say you need stronger dummies? Am I? You're a flirt.
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing?
As a female, I can't actually romance
What I have
Cassandra,
set
but
in
the flirt
motion
option
here
is
could
still
destroy
available.
everything I have revered my whole life.
It's like more
One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
Thanks, Josephine. I'm glad you're ready.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. You've said you don't believe you're chosen. Does that mean you also don't believe in the Maker?
No, I don't.
It must be comforting to be so certain. I have to believe we were
Sandra
put on this path
disapproves.
for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
Well, I mean...
It occurs to me I
they
don't
will get
actually
along,
know
it's
much about you.
just they don't.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
I was born in Ostwick,
doesn't
and that's
believe
where
in the
most of my
god.
family is.
The Trevelyan's, is it not? A large clan with a rather clever coat of arms. Tell me, do you consider the Free March as your home? Are you eager to go back?
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the Divine.
I'd like to get to...
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
No motivation, beyond making things between us less...
Antagonistic?
Exactly.
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentagast, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of
78th.
Truth as a young
Jesus,
woman,
that's a lot of people
and
have
was
to
with
die
the Order
before you're
until they
even
withdrew
thought
from
of
the
being an
Chantry.
heir.
I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
You're a member.
And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentagast's value. My brother was all that kept me. Thus I did not see Navarre. Thus we were raised by... It is odd to be so... The short version is that I want... But Justinia could... I only wish she had lived to see it. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
That's what happens with stories that become legends.
I am not a legend, nor was I then. I was a young woman barely out of training. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart. They freed the dragons from magical control. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten. Many of them died at the Conclave.
That's rather typical of...
Even worse, few know of the... That sort of willful blindness needs to change.
I'll let you get back.
Something over there I need to... I could grab the logging cabin that's out there, the thing for Dawn. Oh, and a chest.
See reason, Lisette. We cannot stay here.
Why not?
Because we're Templars.
What does that even mean anymore?
What do you mean? I am in a cabin. Wow, you're really behind, Paul. I'm basically at the logging site. No, if I wasn't streaming, I'd be looting this whole place of things and killing things, gathering resources. I'll grab myself fruit though. Got iron for days.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow.
Did I get the chest that's over here? I did not. Navarran toy soldier. I don't know how I feel about that.
Come on, you've seen our mounts. Most of them should be pulling plows.
My uncle died at the Conclave. I'm a good rider. Well, I'll be more...
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow.
Good God, I forgot how long it takes to get to anyone. I'm really missing that warlock power you get in Neverwinter right now.
That'll help.
What do tools do when magic gets out of control?
Alright, bye Bryce. Excuse me, Paul? before you have to leave. Or be at work.
Of Andraste. I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lady. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. Well, all of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh. What's the situation out here in the hinterlands?
We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
Dispatch for you.
What is it?
This could help us. Apostates!
Dead.
The apostates have fled to the hills.
Fine work out there. Killing those vultures.
People think twice before attacking the Inquisition now.
What's
No,
this?
if only I can't remember how this one works.
Where does this lead?
Ah, the hinterlands. Oh, I hate the...
Interesting reading. Could be worth a look.
Oh, move.
Mother Giselle should be somewhere nearby.
Five more. I feel like I see fire
here. Inquisition forces! They're trying to protect the refugees!
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold! We are not apostates!
I do not think they care, Seeker. We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Be ready. More coming our way.
It's done.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Not through any choice of mine.
We seldom have much say in our fate. I'm sad to say.
So you agree with them?
I don't presume to know the Maker's intentions, for any of us. But I did not ask you to come simply to debate with me.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it.
Okay.
I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine.
Have a good day, Paul.
Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
Okay.
And that's an excuse? They're making things worse.
They don't know that. This is my point. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
They want to execute me, and you think I should just walk up to them?
You are no longer alone. They cannot imprison or attack you.
They could try.
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
You make it sound simple.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven, and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
That's why.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
Very well.
It's good to have commerce restored. I've many goods here if you wish to trade.
Of course.
Could be better.
Just rumors.
True enough.
Well.
Yes.
Do you need?
Of course.
There's almost no mention of your part in the tale of the champion, Varric.
I don't want to bore people.
You don't want to incriminate yourself, you mean?
Oh, same thing, really.
Oh. I see.
That's the last of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night. Too dangerous to go.
Welcome back. Please, somebody, my wife needs help.
I'll say. Have you seen all the lights?
It's just what I heard.
You all right, sir?
Long day.
You're with the Inquisition. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them,
Every Templar I've ever known has wanted to... The rebels in Redcliffe have washed their hands. I know healers are in short supply. There's a hunter up there. A recruit named Whittle is... We haven't heard from him.
More cold weather coming. Fool villagers. Where are their coats?
Once...
I'm sure the apostates have plenty of supply. Fancy it.
What do you mean?
Look at this. The apostates have gone mad with power.
I see just as many Templars. Move on. We can only restore order by securing an alliance.
Any weapon for you, soulless. No. There we go. usually people there, that's weird.
Templars have secured a position ahead. Refugees should be safer on the King's Road now.
We must still deal with the apostates, however.
Hello. These knives. Well, it's a pretty good game. It's interesting to say the least. Have you played the first two games? The Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2? The mages, if you play
I confess, Solus, I am surprised you decided to remain.
It
Why?
does play a lot
The breach remains a threat to us all.
Origins does.
Just the same.
If
I
you
wondered
did a
if you
mage,
might
you can't
leave
use
now
weapons
that we have a
anymore,
plan
you're
to
stuck
seal it.
staff.
Ah, because I am an apostate.
And
I might flee before the Inquisition
it's a
throws
little
me in
harder.
chains. I take my commitment seriously, Seeker. Come what may, I shall see this through.
As you wish. Though I cannot guarantee what will happen in the days to come.
You don't have to play all of them before this one. It's basically more about the lore from 2. You'll understand who certain people are if you've played the second one. Like Varric, the dwarf, he's from the second one. Cassandra is mentioned in the second one. You meet people down the road you know from that game, but yeah, we really don't have to. Oh, I skipped these little steps.
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad. Or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
These games play more like single-player RPGs like they are than MMOs, that's probably why. This is... 2 is more fluid with the fights than this one is, but This one's a little less chunky compared to Origins. Or clunky, it's a better word.
This must be the Horsemaster. There must be something here.
Watch yourself, Inquisition. It's ugly out there.
Be with you in a moment. This one's meant to be at least a 100-hour game. You could make it shorter if you're really good at skipping through everything, but usually it's either 100 plus hours to get everything done, I'd say. For Dragon Age 2, it's like 40 hours.
Name's Dennett. I served Arleman for 30 years as Horsemaster.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff
I
in
hear
this
your
one.
Inquisition is looking for mounts.
It's a lot of running around collecting stuff and fighting people.
Is there a particular reason you're making me come here to ask you in person instead of just sending them?
As a matter of fact, yes. I can't just send 100 of the finest horses in Ferelden down the road like you send a letter. Every bandit between here and Haven would be on them like flies on crap. You'll have mounts once I know they won't end up as a cold winter's breakfast.
If you have a problem with me personally, I'd like to know about it.
What? No, I've got no... Maker, I had kin flee to Kirkle when the last blight tore this land. My wife Elena manages the farms, and until then the chestnut over...
I heard what my man said. If you want our horses, then we need our farmers back safe in their fields. Since the breach appeared, the wolves have gone mad. They come after... You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
How are these wolves acting differently?
Normal... They're possessed, or something like it.
Farewell.
Good day to you.
The Master doesn't want me handing those refugees weapons until they... If you put up a few watchtowers, we'd all have... I do. I've marked good spots on the map. You set up watchtowers there, I'll talk to the Master and get your people weapons.
Yeah, this game's a lot of, go talk to this person. Can you go do this for me? And then I might help you, and you have to go do like multiple other things. You're welcome. Have a good night.
This would be a good place to set up camp.
Give us this.
The people here should leave the area. It's too dangerous.
This is their home, Seeker.
I doubt these were mere bandits. They moved with the efficiency of a trained group.
These must be the wolves Master Dennett's wife warned us about.
Die!
That cave could be the lair of our strange wolves. A demon! With the demon dead, the farmers should be safe from the wolves.
I expect the wolves are also pleased to be freed from the demon's control.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, ow. missions are just so much fun.
Thank you. I appreciate you finding her, and I'll see to it that this never happens again.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
You never did tell me why you dragged me to Haven, Seeker. I mean, what could I have told the Divine that you couldn't say yourself?
I thought she needed to see the chest hair for herself.
Oops, I cut that off without meaning to. I didn't know get on the horse to do that.
You deal with the wolves, and our farmers will be safe again.
The wolves should be back to normal now. They shouldn't be any further trouble.
That's good to hear. I'll send word to the farmers and let my husband know what you've done. It may not seem like much, but you've given this land hope it desperately needed. Thank you.
We'll need some of your cloth. Bandages.
And how much is Mother Giselle willing to offer?
Can you really put a price on the love of András?
Come to me, child, and I shall embrace you. In my arms lies eternity.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Commander!
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you. Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
If the proper authority hadn't completely failed, the Conclave wouldn't have been needed.
So you suggest I blame the Chantry and exalt a murderer? What of justice?
That won't help restore order in the here and now.
Order will never be restored so long as this rebellion is allowed to fester.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay.
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
Don't let anyone riot while we're gone.
The walls will be standing when you return, I hope.
Heaven has been filled with silence.
Researching
I
the...
knew that.
Greetings, Herald of
crossed
Andraste.
my heart.
How fares your
Say-
quest to seal the breach?
Not as well as it should. How can people...
It is easy for us to imagine that the Chant of Light does not speak of feeding, but every organization. These trivialities are steps on your path to victory, even if history never remembers them.
I thought I made it clear that I'm not the Herald of Andraste.
I understand. Whatever you believe, there remains a task to be done. If the faith of the people is nothing but a tool... In any case, I pray this Inquisition...
Is there any...
My healers would... If you could... It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to...
Farewell.
Farewell.
The Inquisition cannot remain, Ambassador, if you can't prove it was founded on Justinian's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Sir Trevelyan, may I present the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
Demons are pouring from the sky, and you're worried about land claims.
Haven is the d'Aurelion's rightful property.
Has Empress Selene officially acknowledged your possession of Haven? I was unaware Her Imperial Majesty had conferred with Ferenden's monarchs on this matter.
The Empress has not yet had the opportunity to do so.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montilyet. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
I'm glad for your help. I have a feeling the Inquisition's going to need it.
I do believe you are correct. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done. Greetings.
Let's speak later.
Farewell.
We can use that.
Speak only the word.
Have
you kept in touch with our friends in Lady Esterly's estate?
Several bards will play for her tomorrow night. We will have names soon enough.
Alright.
What, you need to go outside?
At your service.
To work?
Let's see what we have.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
You want me to walk into a pit of vipers and you ask me that?
They're not vipers just because they like to
Why is it always more forceful than I want?
I will go with her.
Jesus Christ.
Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through